Hey folks, Mr. Gamerman. I stream game shows on Twitch. It's in the name. Um, and I also have taken a large fixation on flags. I say recently, but I mean on the concept of redesigning them recently. I've been fixated on flags for quite some time now. And some of you may know with previous content on my channel that I also am a fan of Jack's Films. I'm a fan of Scott Kramer, both of whom largely inspired my thought to be doing this. I want to take a look at these flags. Jack's Films, way back in the day, had his flag redesign series, and I thought, man, that would be so much fun to do, but kind of in a more serious way. And then Scott has recently been tier listing flags and discussing flags, and granted, on his most recent video, I think he maybe took a note out of my playbook. You know, our subscribers tend to hang out in the same circles. They talk a lot, and he probably came across one of my redesign videos and was like, wow, I'm so inspired. I'll go ahead and just do what he's doing. But he recently did a video that's inspiring we're playing off of each other, really. He recently did a video that's inspiring my video today around the Minnesota flag, and that's what I would like to tackle today. Is instead of a city flag, we're going to go with a state flag, which is what he talks about in his video. I'll send some of my followers over to him, really give him some of that creator clout help. He could use it. Good kid, on the come up, definitely going to go places. Before we get to the Minnesota flag, let's do, as has been the case, let's do a flag revisit. And folks, I got egg on my face and I am embarrassed. Some people noticed that I misspelled the city of San Bernardino on the flag. And look, mistakes happen, but if I'm going to call myself well-researched and, a vexillologist and a purveyor of city flags, then I got to get this right. So I'm just going to make a quick, simple, and easy change here. I can't believe I would make such a mistake, and personally, again, I am embarrassed that it even happened. But at the same time, we have to be real with ourselves here. Mistakes happen. No one is perfect. So I'm just going to go ahead and make this change right quick, get ourselves back on track. There we go. You wouldn't even know. You wouldn't even be able to tell. All right, fix the San Bernardino flag. No need to revisit this flag ever again. So the Minnesota flag. This is, I think, very similar to the original San Bernardino flag. It has potential, but too much going on in the middle. You've got, look, Minnesota's the land of 1,000 lakes, not the land of one ocean, and that's what this is surrounding the seal in the middle. I mean, that's just an ocean of blue. In my opinion, that kind of lighter blue doesn't work well on flags. It disgusts me personally. I'm actually near vomit at this very moment. I watched Scott's video, and he makes a good analysis of the Vikings colors being used. In the video, for those of you who don't know, is submissions for the new Minnesota state flag. The state actually opened up to submissions, and surprisingly, nobody submitted something called Flaggy McFlagface, as you would expect the internet to do. Am I right? Maybe not. I don't know. Minnesota might still be using AOL dial-up. Maybe they haven't reached that level of memedom there, and to be fair, bless them if so. But a couple of the submissions dealt with the Minnesota Vikings color scheme, and I think I like the potential. I don't know if the execution is there, but I do like the potential because purple is a very underutilized color in flags. Purple and yellow. I mean, yellow, like, in terms of stars, but usually that would be accustomed to being referred to as gold from a color palette scheme. So I like the level of boldness. Let's get this camera more. We want that neck nice and centered. Anyways, I like the potential. So let's say that the Minnesota Vikings are going to be our inspiration for our color palette. We're going to go with, it looks like a royal purple. I'm going to call that like a blondish yellow and then white. Let's see if we can't execute with these colors some sort of flag. And another flag that is shown on the stream, or on his video, I apologize. I'm so used to being on Twitch that stream is the only word I know. Another thing that is brought up on the flag is, or design I should say, that is brought up on the flag, Minnesota's Scandinavian heritage, and there were some of those Scandinavian designs, which I actually think would be really, really bold of Minnesota to try and use. You know, I mean, going with a, what is often seen as a country flag design, not only to represent the heritage of the people who immigrated to Minnesota back in the day, but also just for a state. I think that's a message. I think that's Minnesota saying, we've got the power of those Scandinavian countries in our little finger. We can do what Iceland does in twice the amount of time. In half the amount of time. So let's get Jorgen the Vorgen out of there, you know. I will be honest, I'm a Packers fan, so I don't care what the Vikings' name is. Ooh, wait, no. Jorgen, come back. We need to grab your shade of yellow. Which, if you ask me, is looking pretty Packers yellow, but besides the point. And I'm doing this both to respond to Scott Kramer, doing this once again to call him out for not appearing on my hit game show, What Does It Weigh? Offer still on the table for charity. So this actually works perfect, to be honest. We're going to construct a flag out of other flags today, and that's the true beauty of what we're looking at here. So, what do you mean? Come on. I didn't want to hold that pen anymore anyways. Boom. And if you are fans of hit retro game NBA Jam, then you know what follows boom is the shakalaka. I don't like it. I don't like it. No, I don't like that at all. Even a maestro must be willing to admit when he is wrong, and boy, oh, okay. Let's flip the inverse. Let's flip the inverse. Oh, actually, that's kind of cool. What about this? Hold on. Okay, well, I like that more. Ooh, I actually kind of really like that. Yeah, you know, yellow is the base. Okay. Let's take our time. I've got an hour before flute lessons start up, so whoop. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I'm torn. We might have to go with two designs here just to test everything. I think that's my favorite one so far. I think I like that the most. It's unique in that I don't believe there are any of these Scandinavian flags that use Scandinavian flags. I don't believe any of them use a white middle. No. All the ones I'm looking at right now, none of them go, or I'm sorry, Nordic flags. I say, oh wait, hold on. No, there's, is that Denmark? I think that's Denmark. How could I forget Denmark's flag? Yeah, okay, Denmark uses white in the middle. And I don't know if Minnesota had a high amount of Danish immigrants back in the day. Certainly they have a high amount of Danishes now, but I mean, let's pause for the cause here. Let's say I'm going to export this right now to keep it, and we'll say this is option A. I think, tell me right now that you would not see that flag postered at every single Vikings game. Every single Vikings game you would see that flag. No question, no shot. You know what? Okay, while we're making a bunch of designs, I mean, while we're just having a day of it, and I don't want this video to end so soon, right? But let's go ahead and yoink. All right, flag design A is on there. You know what? We'll also keep this as flag design B. I think that this itself, it's very boring, but I think this is a great boilerplate that people could use to build off of and make something better. I think this one makes it feel less like it's just something you're going to fly at a Vikings game. This is something you can really put around town. But you know what? Here's what we'll do with this one. What was yellow ever a Milwaukee Bucks color? Even if it's like a tertiary color. I think green and red are their main. Well, now it's green and cream. Yeah, it's green and cream. Their old one, so the 05 to 14 logo. God, I'm just not done with you. You are... Something about you makes me want to move to Minnesota. You are calling my name. Ring ring, hello, Minnesota. We now pronounce you man in state. You may now drink from one of our 10,000 lakes. The time has come that we must change. Let's go with, I believe Minnesota had a rather high amount of Norwegian immigrants. I mean, I think it comes from multiple countries, but I believe Norway is one of them. Is that right? That doesn't look... Oh, no, that's right. Okay. I'm just now realizing that the image that I'm editing right now was originally the Norwegian flag. I don't need to do this. I literally could just put the Norwegian flag back in there. Here's the point. Put it besides. So we'll go with red, but that's not Norway red. That's Milwaukee Bucks red. Because we are still trying to honor both its history and its current day. Now we're going to grab their shade of green. Very forest green for the time. Ooh, Santa Claus is coming to town, baby! The tertiary color of this era of Milwaukee Bucks. Oops, I didn't do something right. Did they change the color? No. Oh, I need another 9 in there. The tertiary color of that era of Milwaukee Bucks was gray. And that ruins it. That ruins it. Right? What's a boy to do? The white... Yeah, the white's good. The white's good, but that's... And you know what, to be fair, it's like Norway, Denmark, the color green. What if... Okay, so what if we go with that as the modern touch? What if we go with cream as the outline? Hashtag EEE 1C6. I like that. Yeah. Unique colors. Hold on. Let's do one thing. Let's do one thing real quick. Just because there's a chance that the inverse might look better. Right now I'm doubting it. Actually, oh my gosh. It looks like a present. Welcome to Minnesota. We're a freaking present. We're a treat. That looks like a wrapped present. Hold on a second. Oh god, that's beautiful. Gamerman, you absolute genius. This one needs a finishing touch. Okay, now, obviously, if I was going for like a real, super complete final design here, I would, I'd get the color looking correct, but I gotta get going to flute practice here relatively soon, so we're just gonna leave it like that, but boom. Minnesota. Enough about the lakes already. Minnesota. Enough about the lakes already. Monte bene. So now we're going to go back to, I believe it was flag design C. And again, just as a way to diversify our portfolio and make sure that we're not just putting the same thing, the same submission multiple times over. All right, this is from a Minnesota Monthly magazine image. It's titled, headlined, 10 Quintessential Minnesota Lakes from Minnesota Monthly. Credit to Paul Vincent for taking the photo. And we're just going to slap that on there. We're going to make it claim an entire section of flag. Minnesota. Look at all those chickens. If you don't know the meme, that seems very random equals funny, and I apologize. No, okay, Minnesota. Look at all those lakes. And this is just in case... Ooh, wait, hold on. Look at all those Lakers. And this is Minnesota. Many people don't know. The Los Angeles Lakers were originally the Minneapolis Lakers. And I don't know if they were a different team before that. This is Minnesota going California. You've got two teams. You don't need them both. And the Lakers were originally ours. And we would like all of those championships to belong to our city. Despite the fact that the Milwaukee Bucks are the defending NBA champions right now. It's just a little bit lame. Oh, wait, no, the Denver Nuggets are. Holy cow, the Bucks winning the chip was 2 years ago. Remember when time didn't pass at the blink of an eye? Like, doink, oh, it's 2025 now. So, usually I have my trademark line of ship it when I'm done designing a flag. When I feel like I've done it, I've got it, you know? And this was a fun one in that I never really felt so certain that one was the best option. Truly, Minnesota, I have given them variety, which is the spice of life. It's also a great spice for cheese Danish. But so here's where we started. I didn't even see. Is that French? L'Étoile du Nord? Why is French on your flag referencing Nordic? What's that all about? Honestly, that idea, why not just say it in some Nordic language? Pick one. L'Étoile du Nord, Star of the North. Oh. I guess it's not referencing. It's still weird that it's French. The only U.S. state motto in French. Well, hey man, I'm from Indiana. We got a lot of French history too. We've managed to make up for that by mispronouncing all the things they named around here. Lafayette? No, it's Lafayette. Terre Haute? Terre Haute. Trying to think of other French things. Vincennes? That one we might... Maybe that one we didn't mess up. Anyways, okay. So, I gave options. And let's go over the options for what we think would be a better replacement than the Minnesota state flag. Let's start with the original favorite that I still have a soft spot in my heart for, but I do think that as time went on, I got a little bit less interested in because it seems too based around the Minnesota Vikings. I definitely wanted that to be the inspiration, but when I'm not just thinking, like, it looks good, it looks great, it looks amazing, but would that be something that you would fly and also want to associate with the state, or is that something that would quickly be too claimed by your sports team? Obviously, there's nothing wrong with borrowing, with sharing, with, co-inspiration, with having multiple meanings for one flag, but I don't want its application, which is to represent the state of Minnesota, to be overshadowed by a usually pretty crappy football team. Go Pack, go. Anyways, not that we have any room to speak this season. Yikes. This one. It's cool. There's just something more that needs to be done with it. But I don't know what. This looks like you're creating your, player profile banner in a video game, and you just couldn't be bothered to look at a color wheel to look for at complementary colors. So we've got the other Minnesota, and let me bring up. I guess we had multiple options for this one too. Let's bring up this version of it, which I think this is my winner. I think this is the winner of the day. Unique, applies to your background, does tribute your sports history, but in a way that is not necessarily front of mind. You're not going to look at this flag and go, oh yeah, go 2010 Bucks. That was the best year to be a Bucks fan. This one, I'm, wham bam, thank you, ma'am. I like this one. Then, when you want to sub out for the holidays, hey, it's Christmas time. Put the text, shut about the lakes. Enough about the lakes. It's the holiday season. Happy holidays. You put a bow on it. You tell people you got to stop talking about the lakes for a little bit. And then maybe like for New Year's, just for a little bit, you sub in this flag so you can remind people like, no, I mean, we do like those lakes though. I mean, we got about 14,000 of them. But we say 10,000 because back in the 1700s, you couldn't count past that number. Let me know in the comments what you like. Do you think the original flag design is better? And are you a liar? Do you think I might be putting too much stake in that this one would be co-opted by sports fans more than the state? Why'd I even like this one? Christmas or holidays? The actual amazing version of it. And look at all those lakes. Cool. Do the YouTube things. Like, comment, subscribe. Scott Kramer, answer my challenge. Come be on What Does It Weigh? Like, comment, subscribe on YouTube. If you're watching this on Twitch, follow. If you have a Twitch account and you're watching this on YouTube, I think you understand the connection I would like you to make there. Cool. Whatever's coming up next, let's do it. Peace out, guys. Have a good one. I never signed. Did I sign these videos off before? Did I ever say like, okay, oh yeah, I did. I'd be like, I'll catch you. I'll see you when I see you. I'll see you when it happens. That